My daughter is a true blessing. Like she has helped me a lot more than I probably have helped her. And it's something that I wouldn't change for anything.
I'm Mandy Flores, and this is my husband, Aaron Flores.
And we've already established we love your haircut.
Yeah, love it.
So, how long have you guys been foster parents?
Well, we got our license actually at the beginning of the COVID season. And it wasn't until I want to say July that we actually activated our license after going through all the training.
And why did you think of becoming a foster parent?
It's something I've always wanted to do my entire life. Possibly one day adopt children too, but definitely wanted to help out other families in need.
How many kids have you fostered?
Officially, or we've had before we actually got our foster license, we've actually taken in a few family members that needed help. When we got our actual license, we were intending to get it for one reason, and then that kind of fell through, and we said, well, we have the license, let's go ahead and make it active, let's make a difference. So Zalea is actually our first official foster.
And you adopted?
We adopted today, as a matter of fact.
Today, you adopted.
We did.
And we're going to meet you in a minute. So, when did you know that adoption was an option?
Actually, when we got a phone call for placement, they said that she was possibly a foster to adopt permanent. They were searching permanency because she had been in care for 6 years already.
What was the hardest part?
I think the hardest part was patience. You see how much these kids go through, whether it's through visits or through extensions, delays, uncertainty of what's going on, what their future is, what they need, and permanency, all the things that they go through, and not being able to do more. That's one of the things where Mandy and I would just be like, what else can we do?
What was the hardest thing for you?
I would say the unknown. Oh, there's a lot of unknowns in foster care. We don't really always know what's going to happen, or if she's going to leave the next day.
What's been fun?
Everything's been fun. It's with our daughter, it was kind of redoing the first of everything. Our first trip, our first time up north in the woods, our first fishing experience, our first camping experience, our first everything. Seeing how a young lady can just be exposed to that, who maybe have never experienced before. Those were the awesome moments that I'll cherish forever.
That's awesome. What's been fun for you?
I would say family memories, just giving her security from the moment she walked in, just making her feel comfortable at home, and just showing her all these firsts. I agree with what Aaron said. Definitely all the firsts are a lot of fun.
So tell me about the process. I mean, so if somebody wanted to get into foster care, what kind of things would they have to do?
So some of the things that you have to do when you foster one, you have to make the decision that that's what you want to do. Once I did that, everything else was a sequence. You choose your agency, you get your license, you kind of work from there, and then you just work with your caseworkers as well as your representatives, everything that's there to help you along the way.
About how long did it take to get your license?
I would say about 7 weeks it took.
Okay.
Because we were really on top of our paperwork. I think if you want it done quick, you got to get your paperwork done really fast.
Tell me a little bit more about the training. What type of things were you trained in? You could go ahead.
We were trained in just a lot of videos we watched on when a child first arrives, what to possibly expect. We weren't really sure when we got our first placement what to expect, and we watched a lot of videos that just prepare you for children that have had trauma.
If I was on the edge, thinking about if I should become a foster parent, what advice would you give me?
everyone in your family has to definitely be on board. We have older children, one that lives out of the house. We did speak with him too, and just asked his thoughts and feelings, and wanted to make sure that they were on board, even though he doesn't live at home. It was really important that he was a part of it because it takes a village. So,
Anything you want to add?
I would just say, be ready. Be ready for an experience. There's great things that can happen. I am so grateful that I decided to say, hey, when I was on that edge, let's go for it. And my daughter is a true blessing. Like she has helped me a lot more than I probably have helped her. And it's something that I wouldn't change for anything.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Do you want to get in on this? Mm-hmm. So what's your name?
Zalea.
Zalea, that's a really pretty name.
Thank you.
Awesome. You got adopted today.
Yes,
How cool is that?
very.
So you were in foster care for how many years?
6, but about 7 or 8 because I've been with this family for 2 years.
Yeah. How many homes had you been in?
6.
6 different homes, almost a home every year? Wow. What was that like?
It wasn't fun.
And this home is different. This is like your forever home. Yeah. So that's awesome. When did you know that this was going to maybe be your forever home?
When they started spending a lot of time with me and always having like a couple minutes with me, even if it was like 2 minutes, they would always have time for me.
Yeah. How'd that make you feel?
Great.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about your parents? Other than your dad's haircut?
They're loving. They always make me laugh. They tuck me in at night.
That's awesome. What would you tell me if I was thinking about being a foster parent?
Just to put all your care on them and love them and always have time for them.
when she first came, I think what the game changer was for everything for her, because at first she would always talk and say, if I'm still here, she'd say, can we go to the store tomorrow if I'm still here? And she would always say that. And what changed everything for her was our first Christmas together, we got a family ornament and had her name on it. And when she got that ornament, she would run to the tree. And I think inclusion was the big thing for a foster child, was they need to feel included in your family. And so that changed everything for her. And after that, she never said, if I'm still here. She always would make plans for the future with us as a family.
With Zalea, it's about community, our family, not just feeling included and sharing time, but feeling a sense of belonging. And that's where we came with things like from our church, but also her sports and the family unit through our friends and people who accepted her as a family from the very get-go. That made a huge difference as well.
I love this family and I don't want to leave ever.
Doesn't sound like you're gonna ever have to.
You don't ever have to worry about that.
Yeah. Even when you're annoying, you're not gonna get out of it. You're here.